Hello and welcome to the COP-1000 Principles of Programming Week 6 update. Just want to get you caught up here. Here's our pacing guide. Right now, according to our schedule, we should be finished with Chapter 5, working on Chapter 6. If you're behind, you still have a chance to catch up. Just remember that here's what we have, and our deadline for everything. No extensions will be accepted. All assignments, projects, quizzes, and exams are due on Wednesday, August 6th, right, by 6 p.m. So if you have an emergency the last week and you're here or you're behind, you're going to get the points that you achieve. So if you want to guarantee your success in this class, go ahead and work ahead. You've been given opportunities since the start of the course to work ahead, and that's why I did that, because I won't be available after that time, as I'm going to take a vacation and then get ready for my next semester. So I'm going to do what I need to do to have this class grade submitted on time and have my next class ready to get started. All right. So I'm not canceling my vacation because for whatever reason you didn't manage your time. So make sure that you do finish all you're going to finish by that time. All right, so if you try to email me the last week or after the course or at 5:59 with something, you're wasting your time. So don't do that. Prepare for an emergency by getting ahead and finishing early. That way you don't have to worry about something that you can't control, because right now you've got control. And if you're behind in a discussion, all I'm looking for is responsibility. If you're not up to a certain part and you put in the discussion, I'm not asking you why you're behind. I'm asking you, do you have a plan to catch up? So that you know that if you don't have a plan, it's easy to push off. If you have a plan and it makes sense, there's a better chance of you catching up. But if you're just, hey, it rained on Tuesday, or there's an excuse, that's not what I'm looking for. And nowhere in the instructions it asks you why you're behind. It clearly states that, let me know in the discussion, what is your plan on catching up? So make sure you make that adjustment in the future, and make sure if your plan doesn't make sense, you won't catch up. All right. If you say, hey, I'm going to work 180 hours this week on my homework, you're not going to do that. So that's not going to happen. So make sure it's reasonable, because now you have time to adjust. But when you get down here to week 11, 10, and week 11, you will literally run out of time. So, try to avoid that. So enough about that. Remember, this is your grading scale on your syllabus. If you need forget anything, everybody seems to be doing well on that and tracking. So next reminder is going to be here on your Microsoft Teams. Make sure if you got something to print or something to say, or have an issue with a technical problem, something you don't think is right. First of all, if it's grading and you don't think it's grading right, if you submit it, I can see it and I can tell you exactly what's wrong, or if I can verify that, hey, you are right, it should be giving you 100%, and I can manually adjust your grades. I can adjust the size of it. I can scroll around and see better. If you just send me a screenshot, as you see with the later programs, they get too long to have one page. So go ahead and submit it, because you have unlimited submissions. Now, if it doesn't let you submit, or if it doesn't grade or locks up or whatever, all you have to do is you have to close it out. I know it takes a while to boot up. I go through the same thing. I did the same thing when I did all the assignments, when I went through all those exercises. It's a headache, but yeah, I didn't design this software. So, hey, do the best you can, but just go ahead and restart it. It won't delete your information that you had. It will save. So if you go down here, if you have a question about your technical or one of these assignments, go to the General tab in Teams, start from the top and kind of scroll down, especially if you're behind, because we started with 2-2.2, then we got to some 2-1, and there's some more 2-2. Some of these I redid and put in the update videos. So if you're not watching the update videos, you're not missing them. If I already did it and you ask me, I'm going to send you a return message. Check update week, week 6 update or week 4 update or whatever, whichever one it's in. And the same thing if you're working ahead and nobody questioned the the actual exercise and there's an issue with it, same thing. Just put it in the chat. I'll look at it, and if it needs to be redone or updated, I'll update it for the other class. And if you're helping coordinate in teams and helping other students out, and if you're close to your next highest grade, you will get that extra points. So I do keep track of those who participate, especially for those who try to help out other students with technical issues. And even if you're working together, if you need an answer of what's going on with line 15 and you want to screenshot to one of your classmates, go ahead and do so. If they help you out, that's great. That's nothing wrong with that, as long as it's just on the exercises, because there's plenty of them and they're all worth a little bit of points each, so it's not a big deal as long as you learn where you made your mistake. All right, and then one question I had, I know I covered this before, but I'll do it again, about where do you find customer support. So here's my Mind Tap. If you click up here in the right hand corner where your name is a down arrow, you have some frequently asked questions, and you have customer support. So just click on customer support, or you can check the frequently asked questions. All right. So this week I didn't send out your current points this weekend. I'm not, but maybe next weekend I'll get back on that reminder of your current points. If I send that email, please don't reply. It's just me giving you a heads up of where you're at. The only thing if you should reply is if the points, if I don't have the correct points, or keep in mind too that I send the email, you might have read it a couple hours later and finished assignments or whatever, so it might not be totally updated, but if it's way off, or you have way more than I'm saying, then that's okay to respond to. But I don't need to say, hey, I'm going to, you don't have to respond to me, because I'm getting a lot of emails. I have other classes. I'm trying to cut down on the emails, but on the teams I can read that. I read that every day. So just now if you do need specific help outside of anything that I discussed, outside of the resources I provided, that includes the Microsoft Teams, that includes the syllabus, and that includes the weekly update videos. So make sure you're watching them. I'll keep them under 10 minutes so that it won't take up too much of your time. And also you can leave comments on the videos if there's something, hey, you want me to discuss in the next one. Same thing on Teams. Hey, could you tell us about this, or what about, especially the questions. When is the final going to be unlocked? Because if I answer it for one and put it in a place everybody see, I don't have to answer it multiple times, right? But everybody's doing great. Some of you guys are doing way awesome, and keep it up. But like I said, if you finish early and you want your final open early, I will do that for you, so you can get your grade and finish the class and then enjoy your summer. And like I said, I'm cutting out as soon as the course ends, so make sure you're on top of it. All right. So take care. Have an awesome week, and I'll be sending week 7's update next week. Thanks for watching.